All right, guys, let's put up some levels for this week coming and just quickly go over what um, basically what just happened off of the levels I was watching before. Price. Hopefully, you guys can see this hourly. So price basically broke out of those trend lines that I was watching before. This purple one, this is gold, by the way. Last week I was talking about price needing somewhere to go, and basically we've just been in this range for a while, just going back and forth, and then finally we broke out. So I caught the breakout of this um, higher time frame trend line, and I also caught the breakout for the trend line we were watching on platinum, which was a major level too. This green one right here. So we only had two touches, which usually I like to see three touches before the breakout, but it didn't do that. It broke out on the 4 hour, and I got in two contracts, took profit on one, stop loss hit on the other. And if you had missed it and you were more of a break and retest trader on the hourly, it gave you another entry that you could have taken. If I had seen this, I don't really like to double dip too often because I give money away, but this hammer off of this support, this green support, and then this green trend line would have been what I was watching. Okay, I'll be right there. I would have taken an entry at the break above this hammer. Stop loss probably wouldn't be all the way down here though. This is a significant amount of drawdown for me to go into, so it would have to be something a little bit more calculated. I didn't do that, so it's neither here or there. Anyway, for this new week, I do have I have a different way I'm gonna have to go about trading because we no longer have these, I guess, resistance trend lines to watch. So we're gonna have to basically look for a reversal type trend line setup, and that's where this 4 hour trend would come into play off of this purple now yellow line. So we would have to violate this low, this lower level support to look for short trades, right? So if we broke underneath, retest, dump, we could do something like that. If not, and the trend will continue in a bullish manner, we're gonna have to stay on the hourly 30-minute time frame to watch the significant levels, like the key levels, to see if we can get break and retest entries off of these trades. So just a few levels that I'm watching on gold right now. I charted MGC, so let me go back over there. I know this looks like a lot right now, but anyway. So hourly. No, let's do the hourly. So on the hourly time frame, I'm looking back here and I see this double top at what is this? 4252.8. So I see a double top here. I want to pay attention to what price will do. Wait, I'm lying to you. Sorry. We already broke this double top level and we're now retesting it. If you look on the 4 hour. So you could potentially get a bounce trade off of here. Current resistance levels 4286.5. There's that on a 30-minute. Let's see what we have. So we have this dump here. I'll be paying attention to this last rejection here at 4395.8, and then obviously the 4434.4 level. This is also a major liquidity level, like these highs back here. So it could set up for a level sweep, fair value gap creation, a lower low on a lower time frame, so market structure shift, and then a push to the downside. This 30-minute wick is this 30-minute wick off of this resistance level might indicate a short-term pullback, but we have to wait for price to show us what it wants to do. So that's what I'm watching mostly on gold. And then for hourly levels, you always want to pay attention to where the pullbacks happen. So 4209.3 under this wick here, 4220, and that's the last like significant pullback I see on the hourly that I would watch, because it's high, low, higher high, higher low, nothing much after that. So those are the levels. And then for NQ, which I know I charted, did I delete the sticker? Oh, here we go. For NQ, I want to watch the previous week's high, previous session's high, previous day's high, which is all located at 25,501.00. So 25,501. Next level of resistance, 25,721. Then we have 25,825. So on and so forth. Please watch and chart these numbers on the side here. And guys, if you can't see them clearly, then I'll screenshot and send them to the group chat. So again, charting 4-hour, hourly, sometimes even the 30-minute. Let's get back. What hourly? This should be the 4-hour. So these are the levels that I'm watching currently, and all we're looking for is either a break above the level, retest, a sign of buyers stepping in to take prices higher, or we break below, retest, dump. We don't have a lot of trend lines to work off of anymore, so now we have to adjust to match what the market is giving us. I'll screenshot. Okay, Ben, thank you. I'll screenshot and send everything to the group, but if you're able to see these numbers clearly, just chart them on your charting platform. Maybe it's TradingView. No trend lines currently for platinum. No trend lines for gold. And Q, I don't really see anything for either. Let's see. Touch. Maybe. Actually, no. Let's see. Yeah, this one definitely got violated already, right? And isn't it funny that the cluster of candles actually happened here? What a coinky dink. Let's get rid of that. I see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches. So this purple trend line, it's not really great. I don't like the slope. So, this is more just an observational thing than a possible trade setup. We're going to have to do break and retest. That's really all I have for futures right now. And again, session high, session low, previous week's high, previous week's low, previous day's high, previous day's low. Those are the things I want y'all to pay attention to. Where are we at in this video? 8 minutes. Options watch list. I gave out a bunch of tickers I was watching last week, but majority of these basically triggered when I was either at work, sleeping, or just not on charts. Uber was a great setup, but man, I'm so upset I missed this. I didn't get my entry point, so I skipped the trade off of the break of this hammer. I had everything set up and it just did not work out. It's all the way up here. I can't enter that. ADP broke out of this trend line I was watching. It's not an ideal setup for me anymore, so missed trade. I'm just gonna show you the ones that I actually got. Meta stopped me out 2 times before I finally got the entry that I wanted. Break out of this wedge. Still holding this. Oklo, no, not Oklo. SoFi was a winner. I took a trade because of a hammerish looking candle. This one right here was my entry. Break above this line, it retested. I was able to like get slightly higher than preferred entry, but that's fine. Coinbase, I was watching. I'm still holding this. I caught Coinbase when it broke above this this center trend line from this downward channel. Still a big move to happen if we break out of here. I guess we shall see what happens. And then Amazon, I didn't get an entry. CoreWeave didn't move. I'm watching for this week Target. I want to see if we're gonna pull up out of this this pattern here. Like we've been within this trend line set up for a while now, but I do see some volume coming in on the daily, and we had decent earnings, but there was a surprise miss. We'll see if we're able to break and hold above this trend line. I did not trade Teams, T-Mobile, PayPal, or Wing. I missed all of the entries for that, and you can go back to last week's video and see what actually happened. This week, I wanted to see if I can get an entry for Google. It looks like it's forming this little flaggish pattern. It's definitely a bullish type setup. So I would take a breakout of Google. Merck is just on a rampage. Like it broke out, retested, pushed up, retested, pushed up. I'm gonna go with the trend, and the trend is like extremely bullish. On the weekly, we crossed over every moving average, the 100, 200, 50. So follow the trend. What else am I watching? LYV. I don't remember why. Oh, I see it. So we had an inside bar here. We finally broke above with this candle, and now we're outside of this white trend line here. I'll try to catch an entry on this depending on how the bid-ask spreads are on that. Starbucks is starting to show some life. This is all like trend line breakouts. It's not super strong, so I'll be more hesitant to get into that. Target I told you about already, and then Disney on the weekly created this candle at the 400 at the 200 MA. So I will take an entry above this. If we break and hold above this candle right here, like we show bullishness, I am going to take an entry. Break and retest preferably, but if price movement at the breakout is too strong, I'm just going to enter on a breakout, which is not the best way to go about your trades, but my risk parameters are pretty tight when it comes onto my stop loss, so that's fine for me. I believe that is the last one. Yeah, that's the last one that I'm watching. This video is not super detailed, but based off of the videos I've posted before, you should be able to figure out why I'm getting into these trades for options. Just a simple break of the previous week's high or the previous day's high. Oklo, I'd still like to trade if we can get outside of this fallen wedge pattern. Coinime and Oracle. Oh yeah, Oracle looks like a decent setup too. I need some kind of signs of like a reversal for that, and that's pretty much it. So 14 minutes for this video. That is it.